Tina has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Here we go, gang. Welcome to Tattletales. Nice to have you with us. I hope you have a terrific afternoon. Stay right where you are. We have three wonderful celebrity couples. You're going to meet them now. Winning money for the blue section today from MASH, Jamie Farr and his wife, Joy.
We had a little argument over, but we're nice. About losing all this week.
Did she hit you in the nose?
Yeah, I hit her in the nose, too. Did it swell up?
No, she took it off.
Yeah,
Did you?
There it is.
Yeah,
Is that what happened to you? Does she keep hitting? That's why it swelled up. Joy keeps hitting you in the nose.
That's where else would you hit me? It's the most available place.
That's true. It's the biggest target, right? It's nice to have you with us
Who's talking?
today.
Yeah,
Look,
get on that blue
I'm
team.
pretty good on my own hook. All right, Joy, you ready to go, darling?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Winning
play the
money
game,
today
too.
for the banana section, my dears. Ava Gabor and her husband, Mr. Frank Jameson.
It's delightful to be here, although I think some of my friends from the aerospace business won't believe it. But that's how bad things have gotten.
No, listen, you have done terrific. It's been wonderful having you and Ava with us. You've been sensational.
Been a great week. Thank you very much.
We've enjoyed having you, too, I can assure you of that. And Ava, you've been delightful, and you look lovely, and I hope you both come back, too. In fact, I hope you all will. Will you come back, Ava?
We come back anytime, except my husband became such a star. Nobody helped me. Everybody took care of him, and I don't blame them.
Oh, really? See? You like it, huh? Like the makeup a little bit, Frank?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that and the hairdo.
Yes, I understand.
I'm getting
All right.
used to this.
Moving right along. Winning money today for the red section. Price is Right at night, Mr. Dennis James and his wife, Mickey.
I'm wearing red for the red section, and also because I'm bloody all over too, Jamie, from being beat up.
Hiding all that blood. Mickey, you ready to go today?
Yes, I am.
Okay, here we go, gang. First question worth $150. It's for the ladies. Ladies, according to the recent Red Book survey of 80,000 women, most of them said they initiated lovemaking about 50% of the time. Would you say that you take the initiative about 50% of the time, less than that, or more than that? I'll say it again. According to the recent Red Book survey of 80,000 women, most of them said they initiated lovemaking about 50% of the time. Would you say that you take the initiative about 50% of the time, less than that, or more than that? Okay? Think it over, ladies. We'll come back and find out. Off they go. Jamie, how will Joy answer this?
My Joy is a Virgo, and that's an earth sign, you know.
Yes.
And she is dull. So I will I will say that, and Dennis is Virgo, and he's dull, too. No, I would say that Joy would say less than 50%.
She initiates.
I would say that, yeah.
Okay, less than.
Less than.
Why are you clapping for that, I wonder? It's interesting.
warm
I
in
guess
here.
they
It creates a
agree.
little ventilation.
Okay, you'll say less than. Let's bring on Joy and see what she says. Joy, 80,000 women said that they initiated lovemaking about 50% of the time. What would you say? Would you say you initiate about 50% of the time, less than that, or more than that?
Oh, dear. I think less.
That's it. You're right. Big look of surprise. Absolutely correct. See, you were perfect that
Sure, it
time.
makes me look bad, though.
No, it doesn't at all. It makes him look terrific. You're absolutely right. Frank, what's Ava going to say?
Well, Voltaire said there's no such thing as a cold woman, there are only clumsy men.
Aha.
But I think that Ava would say that she initiates it more than 50% of the time.
You think so, huh? Steady, bananas, steady. Gotta watch that banana section. All right, you'll say more than that. Let's bring on Ava. Ava, 80,000 women said that they initiated lovemaking about 50% of the time. Would you say that you take the initiative about 50% of the time, less than that, or more than that?
But you see, in our marriage, everything is 50-50 partnership, so I guess we do that 50-50 too.
50-50? No, that's not what Frank said.
What did Frank say?
Tell her what you said, Frank.
Ava, darling, don't you remember those mornings and afternoons when you come and crawl in?
That's true, that's true, that's true.
He said more than that, is what he said.
I initiated more. Shame on you.
Nevertheless.
That's not very nice to
Sure
say
it
in
is.
public.
Oh, well, that's okay. No,
They're going to think I'm oversexed.
No, we didn't say 90%. We just said over more than 50, that's all. There was
95, will you go for 95?
No, we didn't put a number on it. Thank you, Dawn. And Dennis, how about Mickey? What was
I
you
just think we're witnessing another Gabor divorce going on here.
No.
No way.
And watch a James divorce come into being. Actually, though, this is funny. I don't know. Red, we should win, but we had a discussion about this just the other night. We really did. And now I may have thrown her a curve with my discussion, but I would say 50-50.
Right.
Me night, she morning. Please, Don, don't give me something.
We asked a question like that not too long ago on Tattletales, if you prefer the morning or the evening. All right, you would say 50-50.
50-50.
50% of the time. Let's bring her on and see what she says. Mickey, 80,000 women said that they initiated lovemaking about 50% of the time. What would you say, what is your percentage of the initiative? Would you say 50% of the time, less than that, or more than that?
I don't know why everybody's laughing, but I'm going to say less than that.
No, that's not what Dennis said.
That's why everybody was laughing.
He said 50%.
I knew I had a chance we would lose that one because we did discuss it, and I said, oh, what are you talking about? And I beat her down on it. So
yeah, well,
it's not your fault, sweetheart. Tomorrow morning's your turn
fault.
again.
But guess what? Joy and Jamie got the whole thing for the blue section, gang. And you got it. And we'll come back in a moment. We've got a lot more pods for the day. Please come back. Stay with us, will you?
Love Family Feud? Love Card Sharks? Love Plinko? Now you can play your favorite games and more whenever you want. Just go to buzzertv.com/play. Have fun.
Mom, we're...
Replace.
Didn't I say that right? Okay, here we go. Question number 2 coming up, and this is it. Ladies, if you're ready, Ava, you and Mickey have to catch up with Joy. She's got $150. And this one is worth $150. Ladies, do you always tell your husband when a man tries to pick you up? Do you always tell your husband when a man tries to pick you up? We'll find out, won't we, in just a second. Think it over, ladies, and we'll be back in a moment. Off they go now. Frank?
Yes, Ava does. She goes on the personal appearance tours, and she comes back and tells me that this happened or that happened, and she does. Always tells the truth.
Must happen a lot with her. I bet everybody tries a lot.
Yes. Well, I don't know, but they certainly, she carries police with her on some of these things to prevent that sort of thing, but one or two slip through.
Oh, well, I'm not going to try again then, because I don't want to mess some
She's
security.
often on her wig business or her dress business, and they do have a lot of problems.
I understand. All right,
you.
but she does tell you, so let's bring her on and see what she says. Here she comes now. Ava, do you always tell Frank when a man tries to pick you up?
Well, I don't get picked up too often, but I do. I tell him.
That's what he said. You're absolutely right. I think it's always wise to do that. What, Dennis?
I said they're on the board.
Yes, they're on the boards, absolutely. And now it's your turn, sir.
Yeah, I would say positively she would tell me if somebody tried to pick her up.
Yes, she would, huh?
No qualifications. Unequivocally, she would tell me.
All right. I love it when you're sure. I like it when you're really sure about it. Let's bring on Mickey and see what she says. Mickey.
Yes.
Do you always tell your husband when a man tries to pick you up?
Yes, I do.
That's right. She got it right.
I thought he might have said no.
But I think she has a qualification.
Yeah, I want to know why she hesitated.
I hesitated because I think he thinks it happens a lot more than it does, and I don't want to disturb him and upset him and all that. But I tell him.
You're absolutely right.
That's wishful thinking.
All right, Jamie.
On my part.
Yeah, I would say that that makes Joy's day for her. That really brightens up her day. She comes home and says, look, Hook-Nose, you're not the only star in this house. Somebody whistled at me today. And so I said, yes, she would tell me, because that really makes her happy. Yes. I think it would make any woman happy.
Yes.
Right?
All right, so you'll say yes, she does.
I even tell her when some guy tries to pick me up.
Right.
So it's even.
I think you should. Okay, let's bring her on. Joy, do you always tell Jamie when a man tries to pick you up?
Well, it rarely happens, so when it does, I run all the way home and tell him, yes.
That's what he said. You all got that right. We split that pot 3 ways. Everybody's on the board. It's halftime, fellas. Step to the rear. We'll bring the ladies out front. We'll come back with the second half of Tattletales. You come back, too. See you in a second.
dental and shakes.
Okay, we have changed places after halftime. I have these beautiful ladies with me, and you are beautiful too. Fellas, if you're ready, here we go. Question's worth $150. No, here we go. Men, you're flying alone to New York. You've got a 5-hour ride ahead of you, and there are only 3 seats available. One is next to heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali. Another is next to Watergate witness John Dean. And the third is next to a really gorgeous girl you never saw before. Where would you sit? Don't say anything now, fellas. Good question. You're flying alone to New York. You got a 5-hour ride ahead of you. There are only 3 seats available. One is next to heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali. Another is next to Watergate witness John Dean. And the third is next to a really gorgeous girl you never saw before. Where would you sit? Think that one over, fellas. That's a tough one. Off they go. And we'll start with you, Mickey. Where will Dennis sit on that flight?
He's going to sit with John Dean.
He is, huh?
Yes, because he'd be interested in finding out a little inside information, and he would, you know, stay after him.
And you think that's where he'd sit?
That would make a more interesting flight for him.
You think so?
I
huh?
think.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's what you think, and let's bring on Dennis and see what he thinks, shall we? Dennis, you have a choice of 3. You 3 empty seats, one next to the champ, one next to John Dean, and one next to this gorgeous girl. Where are you going to spend your next 5 hours?
I think it's pretty obvious.
It is?
Yes, I think that I would sit next to Muhammad Ali.
No, that's not what Mickey said. She said John Dean. Why would you not? Why would you pick the champ and not?
Well, maybe she thought I'd push him out of the plane, John Dean. I don't know. But why would I pick the champ? Well, first of all, I used to be a sportscaster. I used to do the Wednesday night fights every Wednesday night, and I would love to sit down and kind of pick his brain.
Yes.
If I sat with the girl, I'd have to go home and lie, so I'd rather not lie. Remember honesty, so I would sit with Muhammad Ali. I don't know where she said, but I would sit with him.
Okay, she said John Dean. Is what she said.
That's what I said.
And she was wrong.
that.
And we're sorry about that. But moving right along, gang. Joy, how about Jamie? Where will he sit?
Well, Jamie's not a jock, so we can pass that up. And I think he's sick of hearing about Watergate. And he gets along better with women, I think he does with men in a conversation. So I say the woman.
He'd sit next to the pretty girl. Right.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right.
The blues section heartily agrees with your answer. Let's bring him on and find out. Jamie, where are you going to sit now? You've got 3 available seats. One next to a beautiful girl, one next to the champ, and one next to John Dean. Where are you going to sit?
Next to a beautiful girl.
That's it!
And Joy knows why. Did she tell you why? Because, Bert, did she tell you why?
I hope you will.
Yeah, the reason for that is many times I get on airplanes and people will sit next to me and, I mean, I try to be polite, but they start talking shop about the show and I get so bored after a while. And I do not want to sit next to somebody else and do the same thing that somebody else does to me. So this way, if I sat next to the beautiful girl, she'd start talking to me.
Yes, hopefully, yes.
You wouldn't talk.
Right. No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Sure, okay. And you have
that on my itinerary.
Yes, and you have a share of the pot, and you're doing beautifully for the blues section. Ava, what will Frank do?
Frank would sit next to John Dean because he's very involved in politics and he's very interested in it.
So he would want to talk to him and,
yes, and he
learn
knows
more.
him. I'm sure he would.
Okay.
He'd better.
All right, let's bring him on and find out. Here he comes. Frank, you've got a choice of 3 seats. One is next to Muhammad Ali, one John Dean, and one next to a pretty girl that you've never seen before. Which seat will you choose?
I would sit next to John Dean.
That's it!
I tell you, in this great country of ours, there's lots of problems, and I like to find out what happened and what went wrong and some of the things, and he certainly would have a lot of the answers that I'd like to hear.
He certainly would.
That's what I said.
And you had the answer that time, too. Ava, Frank, Joy, and Jamie split the pot in half. We'll come back with a $300 question and decide today's game in a moment. Come on back now. See you in a second.
Now with celebrities.
Betty White, Didi Khan, Marianne Mobley, Elaine Joyce, Robert Mandan, Richard Klein, Rita Moreno.
Today at 4:30 on Buzzer.
The bladder control.
All right, lucky for this audience today, we have some extra time, meaning this question, instead of being worth $300, will be worth $150, and we have time for another question, which will then be worth $3. More money at stake. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Hold on now. Fellas, here it is. It's worth $150. Would you rather be known as a nice person, an intelligent person, or a witty person? Okay? Tough question. Would you rather be known as a nice person, an intelligent person, or a witty person? Grant you they overlap somewhat, but you have to pick one. Off you go. Come back and see us in a minute. And we'll start with you, Joy. Which would Jamie rather be known as?
Well, there's no doubt about it. A nice person.
Really?
Right. Because I know we've talked about it before.
You'd rather be known as a nice person.
Right.
Okay. And he is witty, and I assume he's intelligent?
Yes.
A large nose means that intelligence
yes,
usually.
or something, right? Right.
Okay, let's bring him on. Here he comes. Shh. Jamie, would you rather be known as a nice person, an intelligent person, or a witty person?
Well, I'm all three, but I guess I have to select one. I think it's the one that most people think of me in the business, and that's a nice person.
That's right. You're right. Absolutely right. The blue section certainly thinks you're nice, that's for sure. Ava, what will Frank say?
Well, Frank is known very much as a nice person, but you're looking at it out of his point of view?
Yes, I'm asking him.
But he would like...
What he would like to be known as.
But he's also intelligent. I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
Nice?
Nice, intelligent, or witty?
Nice.
Nice.
Now make up your minds, fellas. Intelligent.
Intelligent. All right. They say intelligent, and that's what you're going to go with, right?
Well, I have to, or they stone me.
No, they wouldn't do that. All right, let's bring Frank on. Intelligent it is. Shh. Frank, what would you rather be known as? A nice person, an intelligent person, or a witty person?
Why do I always go first with these two television stars I'm sitting between here?
No, you're not first. You're second.
I'm second. I'm sorry.
Jamie's already gone.
Well, I should have looked at their faces. I think a nice person because you can fake intelligence.
No, that's not what Ava said. She wanted to, but her section talked her out of it.
She said intelligent, huh?
Oh, the blue section is crying for the yellow section. Isn't that sweet?
I'm sorry, darling.
Darling, you are known as a nice person,
yes,
but also intelligent.
Yes.
Kids, I never listen to you again.
Oh, okay. Well, you got one more question coming up. All right, Mickey, how about Dennis? What's he going to say? Would he rather be known as nice, witty, or intelligent?
Intelligent.
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 Really?
Yes. Nice guys don't win ball games. Isn't that what they say?
That's true. Hey, she seems very definite about it. She says intelligent.
I'm sure.
She seems very sure about it. All right, let's bring him on and find out. Here he comes. Shh, shh. Dennis, the choice is, or are, or am. Would you rather be known as a nice person, an intelligent person, or a witty person?
Well, my wife and I made a pact many years ago. She said, you become a star and I'll keep you humble. She's kept her half of the bargain. I think that I would rather be a nice guy.
No, that's not what Mickey said. She was sure you would say intelligent. Guess what? Joy and Jamie got it again. The whole thing. For the blue section. Come back. Now, we have more time. You want to win this one? Let's get it on. Here we go. This question is now worth $300. This will definitely decide it, that's for sure. Fellas, here it comes. Which of the two of you is more apt to do something on a dare, you or your wife? Don't say a word. Which of the two of you is more apt to do something on a dare, you or your wife? This is for $300. Off you go, and we're going to move it along quickly. Mickey, what about between you and Dennis?
He would.
He would be more apt to do something on a dare.
Yeah.
Let's bring him on in.
He has more courage.
Okay. All right, Dennis, you're up again rather quickly for $300. Which of the two of you is more apt to do something on a dare, you or Mickey?
I.
That's it. You got it.
We're lucky.
Okay, Ava, between you and Frank.
Frank.
He's the one.
Yep.
All right, let's bring him on and find out. Frank, between you and Ava, who is more apt to do something on a dare?
I am.
That's right. What's the most daring thing you ever did, Frank?
I guess it was marry Ava.
All right.
Also the most intelligent.
Yes, and nice, too.
Thank you,
And witty. Okay, Jamie, what will Joy say? I mean, Joy, what will Jamie say?
Yes, or whoever. Jamie would.
He would be more apt to do something on a dare.
Yes.
Has he ever done anything really crazy on a dare?
No, but I would say since he's a showman, that he'd be the one. I'm the one. You know, I go skinny dipping at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in my pool on a dare.
Really?
Yeah, but I looked around real quick, you know.
But he would. But you're still going to say he would.
I would say that he would. I would have to, just simply because of being in show business.
Right. Okay. Let's bring him on and see what the man says. Here he comes. Jamie, between you and Joy, which of you is more apt to do something on a dare?
My brave wife would.
No, that's not what she said. What do you know about that, then?
I bet you remember the pool, the bathing in the pool.
See, I usually don't. Joy is the one who seems to do it. Like, she's brave enough to come on and do this show and so on and so forth. So I always thought that
I underestimated myself.
You sure
there,
did, Joy.
Yeah,
you should never do that. Anyway,
Right.
Frank and Ava and Mickey and Dennis got that right. They split that $300 in half. And there it is. However, time is up. The blue section wins it. We'll come back in a moment, let you know how much the blue section has won. It's a good total today, too. Come back and see us in just a second.
Mom,
We'll talk about that. The blue section with Joy and Jamie, $425. We had a grand, $1,425. Big one. You're continuing on MASH. It's doing wonderfully well. Give my love to everybody on the show.
I shall, particularly Loretta, right?
Yes, please.
Yes.
And thank you for coming. It was wonderful having you with us.
Great time.
I hope you and Joy will come back, will you?
Please ask us.
Okay.
We will.
Now, Ava, you have a Dean Martin show coming up, and I think that Jamie's going to be on the same show
Right,
with you.
of course. Yes.
And Big Frank, I hope you come back and be with us again.
Thank you very much.
It's terrific having you
Better
with
in
us.
the civilian world, I'll tell you.
See, there you go. And Dennis, you, of course, have nighttime prices right, and tonight you will be...
I'll be in Chattanooga.
You'll be in Chattanooga tonight. Right. And tomorrow we'll be here again, and I hope you'll be with us. Bert Convy saying so long till next time on Tattletales. Goodbye, everybody.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.